Well, welcome back to another video, guys. Today I'm going to be explaining why the stock market is red. Well, actually, nobody really has an explanation on why it's red, but everything in our stock market is built off of speculation and what's going on in our country and world affairs that could cost us money and take wealth from our country and drive the market red. So, why it's been red has been bothering me for a little bit because ever since I got into the market, we've only been in a bull market. Stocks have only went up. There's slight pullbacks, but for the most part, everything has went up. Now, constantly 2 weeks, 3 weeks in a row, look at my portfolio. Everything's going down. Everything's going down. And, I want to say 90% of my personal portfolio is down. A couple handful of stocks that I just bought, are up because they're bouncing off of, old supports. But if you're a new investor, pretty good time to be in the market. Everything, just took a huge dip, so they're pretty good entry points in there. Looking at the market as a whole, you will find stocks that are green. You will see stocks that are up 30%, 40%, but overall as a whole, some stocks are up, but previously days before they were down. So basically like they're consolidating, which means going up and down, up and down, up and down. So reasons why like the stock market is red. I took some notes on some videos I watched on CNBC. The news. I don't watch the news much, but when it comes to finances, I like to see what's going on in the world and try to put two and two together. Number one, pretty important, is inflation is accelerating. Looking at what our country has done since the pandemic, writing stimulus checks and, all these loans, which is fine. People need the money. It's cool that I guess they did that, but, that's going to cause us to print more money because we're spending money that we simply don't have because as a country, we are a consumer. So inflation, we print more money. That's going to cause the market to go down and eventually lead to the crash of the U.S. dollar. The printing of more money is inevitable. We can't control it. We know it could cause the crash of the U.S. dollar because anybody financially literate knows how inflation works, knows how our money loses value every year. That's basically it on inflation. Natural gas prices, gasoline is up higher than I've seen since like I want to say 2008 was probably higher. I wasn't driving then, but I remember seeing gas prices around like four something, and natural gas prices usually lead to a red market when they're up high. Everything else too is expensive. Everything. So looking at food, used to be able to go to a grocery store and spend a little bit of money. Now you got to spend a lot more money to get your groceries, stuff like that. One of the biggest important things I saw was since COVID, we stopped for maybe producing stuff, like companies stopped working for a little bit. Not all of them, but some of them. And we lost like, a lot of supplies that we needed to keep the economy afloat and keep our country moving. If you work somewhere and you order, say you're ordering parts for something and you work at like a shop or something like that, they can't produce those parts fast enough to keep up with our fast moving economy because everybody wants to rush back into things. So now we're running into a serious supply chain shortage. Now, what I mean by supply chain shortage is we can't produce enough materials to keep our economy afloat and keep repairing and, giving us what we need. Not necessarily food, but a lot of other things that take longer to make. We also, are a country who imports a lot of things. People like stuff imported from other countries we buy a lot of. When the country shut down and, we closed our gates, people weren't coming in, we weren't receiving that many imports and stuff like that. It just slowed everything down to the point to where now we're really behind. We're still handling a labor shortage from COVID. So with all these things coming together, a labor shortage, a supply chain shortage, you can't run a business as efficient as if none of this happened. And basically what I'm getting to for this video, I wanted to list some of these reasons because I'm trying to keep everybody calm who's in the market. Maybe you just got in and you bought something and it tanked, and you're like, oh, what? This is crazy. I didn't, expect the stock to tank. But it's inevitable at this point. The market is going to come down. It's gonna correct eventually, and we're gonna head back up. It happens, but just know how to act when the market does this. But how to act when the market is red. I do two things. I hold my money. I hold cash on hand. I won't invest in a stock until I really feel like it is a good price point. You're never going to know when a stock is a good price point. You can go off support and resistance. Support meaning the floor of where the stock has bounced off before and came back up. Say you see that happen a couple times, you can go off that. Resistance being the roof on where the stock can bounce off and come back down. So, you can go off of that, but then again, that's still speculation. You don't know whether the stock could keep falling or it could bounce back up. You just don't know. But I like to hold, my money until I see a little bit of consistent, pullbacks or it bouncing back, the market bouncing back to normal, and I like, coming in right there and then catching it on the way back up. That's what I like to do. I'm not a financial advisor. This is just my educated opinion. This is for entertainment purposes, and, take what I say and use your own ideas to create, your own type of trader, because everybody's different and everybody trades different. There's so many different ways you could trade. But number one, that's what I do. I usually hold off, try to stay relaxed, and then look for a good opportunity. Number two is I don't sell my positions that are down. When the whole market is moving in a way to where everything is coming down, why would you sell your position? You don't sell your position when the whole market is moving down. That's not saying anything about a specific company. That's just saying our finances in the market are decreasing. The market does not have as much value because either we're spending more money, people need more money, so they're taking money out of their stock, or people don't like, or they see something going bad with the country. They see a market crash and they want to take their money out before the market crashes, and then they want to buy back in and make more money. A lot of people think that way. Me personally, I'm a holder. I like holding because it shows a lot of the time that being patient, being resilient, and not selling off and panicking is more profitable in the long term. So that's basically what I do every single time I see a red market. I try not to look at it, but still I'm always looking for new opportunities, so it's hard to stay away from the market because there's so much opportunity there, especially now when everything's tanking. So keep your eyes open. Keep looking at the market. Don't panic, for one, because if you panic, then you're going to make dumb decisions, and dumb decisions lose money. You got to be consistent and keep a clear mindset when we're in this red market. So basically, that's really all I wanted to do is make this video on why the market's red, keep everybody calm, and explain what to do in a red situation. Because I started this channel from the bottom. I started from somebody coming in and not really knowing how to trade, giving them the name of a broker and showing them 5 easy ways to start trading in the market. Now we're like getting in a little more advanced stuff. When the market's red, what to do, because stocks don't always go up. So I had to make the video on what to do when the market is red. That is going to wrap up the video, everybody, on why the stock market is red and what to do. I know it was a short video, but I really felt like I had to make this video because I haven't talked about it yet, and this is current on what's going on right now in the market. Everybody who watches the video, I'm assuming, is invested in the stock market, watches it, tries to keep up on news, and do the best they can to make smart decisions. So I really felt like it was necessary to make the video. If you're panicking right now, don't panic, stay calm. If your stock is red, it's most likely because the whole market's red. Unless your stock comes out with some bad news and gives you speculation to sell it, then that's on your personal decision to decide whether it's a bad investment now or not. Other than that, that's going to be it. I'll be putting my Coinbase link in the bio. You'll get some free crypto if you sign up for that under my link. I'll put my Robinhood link in the bio. You'll get a free stock up to $500 if you sign up for that. And that's basically going to be it. I'll see y'all next video.